Belly is just completely like completely opening up and saying everything that she's wanted to say, and she's also drunk, so like not really having anything holding her back from sharing all of these feelings that she's been bottling up, and then getting to that, I guess, turning point of when she says, "I thought we loved each other," and Conrad says, "We did," and it just is a complete shift. I remember that was a big thing.
I don't know, I've said it before, but I just get really sad when I hear Lola speak about her performance, about the show, about her acting, knowing the way that people talk about Belly, knowing or seeing, I suppose, the way that people are choosing to read Belly's behavior without any nuance, without any sense of having empathy or understanding why Belly's having the perspective she's having. It's more about, Belly's such a bitch, Belly's so selfish, oh my gosh, I can't believe Belly has the nerve to be mad or upset or feel any type of emotion towards Conrad. And ultimately, it's just disappointing to me that, again, Lola worked her ass off for this show and acts her ass off, and yet ultimately her performance is seen as, oh, Belly is so unlikable, Belly is so annoying, Belly is so self-centered. Like, that's what you're getting out of everything that Lola is doing, and the work that she's putting in, the effort that she went into. That sucks. It sucks that that's what comes out of it, and yet people are so inclined to bend over backwards to defend Conrad, defend Jeremiah, support them for their ship, fight for this ship, and yet when it comes to Lola's performance, Belly's behavior, Belly's choices, what Belly does, what Belly doesn't do, it's seen in the most ungenerous light, the most shallow view in terms of, oh yeah, she's just acting like a bitch when she's like 17, and also comparing her to literary characters who, I won't go there. Anyway, it's just disappointing. It's disappointing because Lola works so hard. Anyway, Team Belly till the day I die.
I mean, not definitely not in Conrad's eyes, but I'd say like
Not surprised by this at all. And it sort of confirms things I've said before in terms of Conrad was done. He was done after prom, after the funeral, and he gave Belly zero indication until maybe those last couple of episodes that he, you know, well, A, was still interested, then, but also B, that he wanted to start things up again. And so Chris is confirming the way he played the scenes with Conrad is as if though it was a breakup. Chris doesn't confirm that Conrad was the one who did the breakup, so I can't necessarily argue that, but certainly in terms of from Belly's perspective, Conrad was done. And that's also the way Chris was playing it too. So again, it's not as if Belly's playing the boys, because she's flip-flopping back and forth. From the second she got back to Cousins, and she says, like, I came back to Cousins as this last thing to do for Conrad in order to let him go from my mind. And I'm doing this also in part for Jeremiah too. And also to me, it just also cements or reiterates this sense of, yes, okay, so if Conrad was done, and yet he actually finally says, I still want you, Belly. I still want you. So finally, after all this time, she's getting confirmation that he does still want her. And that's why it's so painful, which I don't understand why people don't get this. That's why it's so painful for her that he takes it back. I know people always bring up, like, but she just kissed Jeremiah. That two things can be true at the same time. And so it's just this idea of him immediately taking it back and him just proving his word of inconsistency and just sort of showing that he was done. Anyway, but yeah, it's a good Chris interview. So I encourage everybody to watch it, but I just was like, yep, I'm not surprised by anything you're saying, because that's how it came across. And yet people are just so vehemently arguing that, no, like, how come, he clearly still wants Belly. Yeah, he clearly still does, but that's not what Belly got. And also that's not how Chris was playing Conrad in the scenes either. Anyway, I'll leave it there.
I agree. We need Jealous Belly next season, but I think it could go one of two ways. We can definitely get or have Agnes, the Stanford baddie, come as maybe Conrad's date, but then that would kind of make it seem like he's actually dating somebody. And in the book, he wasn't really dating anybody. But I don't know, maybe they'll change that up. As long as it doesn't come across as he's dating anybody seriously, because I don't want like a cheating factor going on, you know? If it's not Agnes, the Stanford baddie, I think it would be great to parallel the, little love triangle, but with Annika. Not that Annika or Connor would be into Annika, but I know in the book, when Annika comes for the wedding, like they have they're there for a couple days or whatever, she immediately says, oh, he's really hot, about Conrad. And then during the dinner, I guess her and Conrad are sitting next to each other. She laughs at Conrad's joke, and that gets Belly jealous. She has her heart pinges or whatever it is. So I think they could actually blow that up a little bit more in season 3. And it would hurt because it would be somebody that Belly knows, it's her friend. Not that anything would happen, but maybe her thinking that something is going on would drive her wild. And this is her friend, you know what I'm saying? I think that could create a lot more tension. But the Agnes storyline, too, could be really good. It could go either way. Let's hope something juicy does happen.
In my dreams, my future was set.
Oh my god, I think you're right. I think this is another Easter egg. I mean, I think it's supposed to reference that it's probably Adam with the 2 boys, but they legit used what it seems to be Conrad in the picture to depict younger Adam. I think you're right. I think this is a foreshadow. Not to mention, in the background, you hear Belly saying that in her dreams, her future was set. It's because it is, baby. Belly, dear, your future is set. This is for sure a foreshadow. And not to mention that we've already had the whole dream theme this whole season. It started with, in the beginning of the season, with a dream with Conrad. Every time Belly has a moment with Jeremiah, season 1, after the kiss, she dreamt of Conrad. In book 3, she is going to dream of Conrad once again after Jeremiah proposes. Anytime a huge event transpires with Jeremiah, she has a dream about Conrad because that's her dream. And this dream is meant to be real because they are meant to be. This is them in the future. This is Conrad and his 2 boys. Oh my god, you guys. This is epic.
Speaking of, I heard things are finally happening.
Oh, no, I don't. I'm getting a constant update.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, I hope it all works out. You know, she so clearly belongs with him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Conrad's
She
just
has
home.
the best.
Wait, what?
Okay, I'm not sleeping, so I might as well put on this one last video before I go to bed, but the fact that Steven said Conrad's her soulmate is just, I love it. That's the one thing I love from this season, and that we finally have somebody on Conrad's side. And this future brother relationship just gets me so much in the feels. I can't wait. I love that he understands their connection and their relationship, even through the ups and downs that they've had. He sees it. He sees what they are to each other. And I continue and hope that we get more of Steven rooting and being there for Conrad, because he's definitely going to need it in season 3. And I can't wait to see Laurel as well in action with Conrad next season.
I just have one more question. I'm sorry, guys. Belly, which one of us is a better kisser, me or him?
Leave her alone, Conrad.
A young man